Hello, Gonky.
Hello, Mover. How are you?
We falsely advertised.
Oh, did I put something on the thumbnail that's not actually going to happen again?
We ended the show and we said special.
Oh, we did.
Yes, I said that, and now I feel like a liar.
Yeah, something came up, and we'll just have to catch him next time. Next time. That's weird.
Luna's joining us. Hello, Luna.
Special guest, Luna. See?
We're going to need her.
We're going to
this episode. Her services are needed. Yeah, very much. Hello, Gonky. How are you? Hello, Douglas. Coming to you live from not on the stage. Hello, Douglas.
Oh, look, I'm back.
Give this man a raise. How are we doing?
Good. How about you guys?
Let's ask Gonky.
What? How was my week?
How's your week, Gonky?
Oh, it's
Gonky
been
has
crazy.
the most drama.
Well, because I have the familia. Yeah, so we're getting ready to. I've got Spaceball 1 pointed north. For the next show next week, I will be from, as I think Mover calls it, the restaurant location.
Mm-hmm. With the stars in the background.
Stars, yeah. So we're going to visit family and just getting things ready to go. It is a lot of it's fun, but it's a lot of work. So I've been doing a lot of work. None of it really making any headway or money, but I've been working a lot.
Okay.
Mover, how about you?
Lunamobile's fixed. Luna and I went out and did some work Friday night. So it's nice. It's good. Yeah, rough week, dude. Rough week in the news. Like it's been a lot of stuff happening. Which we're going to talk about because unfortunately it made aviation news.
Yeah. Well, hey, you know, it's worth mentioning now that you said it. I mean, September 11th, right? Both of them.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So last week was September 11th.
Well, yeah.
Times 2.
The anniversary.
The anniversary, correct. So that's always a bit of a, I mean, that's definitely always a sad day for me. A lot of people died that day. So And then, like you said, we're going to talk about some more bad stuff that happened in the news that got some people in trouble here later in the show. But that was a bit difficult. And, some of that, a lot of that stuff bled over into kind of everyday life a little bit because, a lot of my wife's friends, were plugged into the church pretty well. So as you can imagine, there was quite a discussion.
Do they talk about it? Is that a thing at church they talk about, like as part of the sermon?
Yeah. So like my pastor, he touched on it on Sunday, just a very biblical, respectful talk about it. But yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it was busy news week. I have not made a video for my channel in a while, mostly because of that. So much stuff was happening. I'm like, dude, you start to get perspective and you're like, there's nothing I can say about anything that's relevant that, it just, sometimes you just don't. Sometimes you just sit there and say, there's always next week.
That's true. Yeah. And I know personally because of September 11th and the other news that went on this week, it definitely shifted my perspective because I was having a bit of a pity party with all all the work I was doing, trying to get stuff ready. And it seems like I'd take one step forward, two steps back, stuff breaking as I'm fixing it. And then, it's like, well, dude, this is, you're okay. It's not that bad. Right.
It's not that bad.
Yeah. So,
yeah. Well, hey, our promotion board's meeting today. I wonder if they're watching.
Well, you better step it up.
That's something to wish for or something to hope against.
Look, I've been rejected so much in my life at this point that nothing surprises me anymore. It just whatever. You know what? I'll roll with whatever. It's like my dad had his old maintenance battalion in the Army Guard. Their motto was "Come what may," and I was like, yeah, that is what it is.
Yeah.
So,
I was joking with Mover Doug that they probably tabled his package and was like, well, let's watch the show tonight. See how Mover
get the pizza, get the popcorn.
Okay, well, let's do a good show. Let's get Mover level up.
Yeah. If I don't, I can get another dog.
So it's win-win.
Like I've already decided, Mover's getting Luna is getting a little brother.
I don't follow. How come you can't if you do?
Don't logic me.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
Well, there is logic because should I move on and maybe fly again or whatever, it incurs training and time on the road. With Luna, it's easy. 2 dogs, a little bit more of a challenge. So
with Luna, you almost want to go on the road because she's such an awesome traveler.
Yes. So, but with another dog, you don't know. But anyway, we'll see. Lyle says, retired fighter and bomber weapons troop. Dig the show.
Thanks,
I always
Lyle.
love weapons. I like dropping weapons.
Yes, I like fighters, weapons, the occasional bomber.
Yeah, F-15E is pretty cool.
The world's greatest bomber, dude. I love it.
It's probably a board full of Strike Eagle Wizzos.
Like
100%. The board, dude. And they're like, I recognize that name.
They read the name and just took your packet and went whoop.
Red line right through it as
hard no.
Yeah. Perfect. Peter says, evening boys, great to watch you live. Gonna miss you guys next week. Munich and Oktoberfest.
Oh, nice.
I wouldn't say you're gonna be missing us.
Yeah.
With where you're going. Isn't it still September next week though? Will you be time traveling?
Maybe they get started early.
It's like Mardi Gras. It starts in January and goes all the way to March.
It's a very, very slow flight.
Yeah. Are you taking a ship, sir?
He's taking a dirigible.
Are you taking the Queen Mary?
That's true.
I love it. Yeah,
good.
That's
awesome.
Just
alienating
I'm
everybody.
Jealous. Oh.
All right, Moose Knuckler with your facts.
It is like Mardi Gras.
I haven't heard that in a long time.
Moose Knuckler or
Moose-
Mardi Gras?
Moose Knuckle.
Dag also would like to point out that
Apparently,
Wicked
We're-
Spider Black with the cute puppy says, hello, guys, to No Shave Monday and Doug in chat. Hello.
Yeah, that's I meant to shave yesterday, but I just forgot.
Why would you shave yesterday? What would be the reason? Say a reason.
I mean, because dude, listen, like my rapid aging, I have a lot of white in here, and I think it
You
makes
just gotta
me
let
look
it go,
old.
and then it fills in and darkens.
Fills in with white.
Eh,
Yeah, so
okay. All
I
right.
don't know.
Well, fine.
That's why. I'm trying to put the brakes on the clock. It's not working.
You cannot.
I know, but I'm gonna try,
You
dude.
cannot. That is not a valid option. All right. So what are we gonna talk about first? You wanna go right into the
Dealer's choice.
Oh well, you mentioned 9/11. So Doug, we're audible.
okay.
So go to the F-35 flyover.
Do I have a 911? All right, let me see if you
It's-
know what
It's not called 9/11. It's called the flyover.
flyover nailed.
Yes.
That's
Okay, good because
Our
that's good.
esteemed colleague and friend of the channel, Deuce,
yes.
led
Oh wait, I know about that.
flyover Thursday night for Thursday night football because Thursday was 9/11. Right? The maths 4 days ago. Yes. So he did the 9/11 flyover, and we've talked trash about flyovers, but this one ain't it. Make it
Mainly
big
Fat
screen, Doug.
Amy.
Can you make it full screen?
Make it large.
Hit
That's
F11.
as big as that one gets.
Hit F11.
I mean, okay,
That didn't work.
that better.
We'll see. All right, send it From the
I'm gonna
beginning.
start it from the beginning
with audio.
with audio.
On the Bee of the Brave.
Yeah, that's doesn't get any better other
You got
than you
the,
change airplanes. But I mean,
The
other
other
than
cool.
that,
You got the other cool angle, Douglas.
I had not seen that angle yet. The angle we just saw, and I withdraw any concerns that I had expressed previously.
they
What
nailed
kind
it,
of
dude.
concern did you express
Oh,
previously?
remember you and I had a discussion over what constituted a good flyover?
That was an excellent flyover. Can you
That was
bring up the
on-
other video from the 360
on the money.
camera?
Is this one you're looking for?
Yeah, you ready?
Have at it.
All right, bring it.
Oh,
Nailed it.
yeah.
Being brave. Anywhere from the being brave to write it when the music stops. That's correct. I had this argument with an old fighter pilot that's like, you're supposed to show up at land of the free. No, you've been early your entire life if you think that's true. You have yet to do this correctly.
Yes. Your citizen watch was set too fast your whole career.
I talked to Deuce via landline. Well, mobile phones probably. And he told me that they actually were late. The singer was late, when they started late.
Okay.
So because he built in a buffer of his airspeed, he was able to adjust and shack the flyover. Like his ground guy, which Skid was our ground guy. You can't do this without a good ground fac.
That's right.
But
Skid did amazing.
The ground fac said, hey, you're about 5 seconds late. Copy that. Pull it back a little bit. Here we are.
Yeah.
And no gimmicks. And this is the thing. He and I talked about this. A lot of these flyovers, and it seems like it was every time I was ever number 4. These flight leads are like, we're going to do burner and it's going to look cool. And we're right. And like, okay, you might look cool, but the other 3 assholes are not going to look cool because afterburners never light at the same time. The formation becomes all this wobble waggle. He did the 300 knots, 1,000 feet, right over the stadium, on time, looking good. No questions.
Yeah, the timing is the most important piece of it. I mean, and like you
and
said,
the formation looking good. That's
right. The formation looking good. And like you said, man, burner, that's like, dude, that's rolling the dice.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, no.
yeah. No, it was
But,
awesome.
yeah, I talked to him. I was very proud of him.
Yeah,
Still
it's
very
awesome.
proud because he's a good dude and he led an excellent flyover. And I will fight anybody that says otherwise.
Yeah, you can't argue with that.
Meet you at Sonic.
We've got a whole bunch of clips on this show of late, way late, early.
The 360 cam kind of just puts away any discussion because
dude.
you can see it like right over the middle.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Anyway, hey, before we get on to the serious stuff, we also have a comment from
this is great.
Someone that we know, friend of the show, actually. And his name is Jim Davison, I believe. He's a RAAF helicopter pilot, actually. Been on the show before, and he had some things to say
about us
on his channel.
Kinda.
about somebody. I'll let you listen, and you can decide who they're talking about.
I'm just going to talk about it from a pretty neutral point of view. But if you are interested, then go to Groover and Donkey's channel. They speak to Mace, the Thunderbirds pilot back in the day. They got some great information on that channel, and I'll link to it in my description.
We really want to thank Jim Davison and the RAF helicopter pilot extraordinaire from the bottom of our hearts from the Groover and Donkey show. Kudos to you.
Kudos, dude. I love it.
For the shout out. Thank you.
We'll put his link in the show.
Link will be in the description probably. And we're just trying to help each other, really.
Yeah. The man's hair is to be aspired toward.
He's serious.
I mean, he's
astonishing.
He's a serious looking gentleman. Dude, and
for sure this was filmed at like 2:30 in the morning.
off of 3,000 milligrams of caffeine.
Yeah, a whole pot of tea as they drink over there.
So intense, dude.
I love it.
Every thumbnail of his is this. It's always this, like, it's not like the typical YouTuber where they're like shocked face. It is like, I'm about to come through the screen and punch you right in the throat.
It's 2:30 and he's going to war. He's been called for the alert, dude. This is the war.
Dude, he is. I mean,
I love it.
If this man had been part of the Redcoats, we may be speaking British right now.
Oh, 100%.
We'd be drinking tea.
I'd be drinking a lot of tea.
We wouldn't have won because
he's pretty.
Look at him. I mean, just look at him. Tim Davies, everybody. We love him.
Yeah.
Great dude.
Yeah. RAF.
RAF. F3 pilot or something. I don't know. One of them. Swing wings or something.
Swing wing too.
Yeah, he's Tomcats. Kevin says, I'll take Luna for a day. Lost my four-legged best friend of 16 years. Oh, man.
Oh, sorry, Kevin. That sucks, man.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That sucks. Peter says, Doug mentioned dirigible. The irony, doing a no-kidding Zeppelin flight on Thursday. Cockpit probably more modern than the planes I usually fly.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. Ethor says, when I'm flying, that's I'm always looking right. I'm looking right. He's Dos Gringos, ballad number 2. At least I think that's what he's trying to do. That was my guess. Rob says, did you see the F-16s fly over at the Roswell air races? Way delayed appearance. No, I did not. We can't watch them all.
Nope.
Just the ones we care about. Carl says, this ain't the Groover and Donkey show or nothing.
Yeah.
Honestly, dude, when this one gets canceled,
we'll start a new channel. Right.
Yeah. When we need you guys to flip-flop over.
Yeah, it wouldn't take much to change things, right? Just a couple.
That'll be our chatter mark. Go to the Groover and Donkey show. We've been canceled. Vulcan says, no guess this week either. Not a good sign, people. Oh, that's sad that Vulcan doesn't want to see the Mover and Gonky show on the Mover and Gonky show.
We do our best, but most people have jobs and wives and lives.
Yeah, I think we need to dispel this idea that we need to have somebody. It should be a treat, not a standard. Because if you get used to treats, you get fat.
There you go.
Valid.
Expectations need to be managed.
Right.
Valid. Yeah.
And
No,
it's
we
less
do.
special.
We try to get people on that would be good for the topics we're gonna talk about. So because it's just better. It's just
Do we though?
we do, man. It's better content, right? Like anytime if we have a whole bunch of helicopter stuff, right? It's good to have Casmo on, right?
Yes.
You know,
Casmo will be on later this month.
that's right. Hopefully,
We tried to get him
Don't-
on from
dude, don't-
whatever bar he was hanging out in.
don't be empty promising people.
Oh, that's right.
We hope. We hope.
See? And look, Doug even put this comment up himself.
I'm earning my pay.
Yeah, that was Lucky Dad 18 says 20-year Leo in Florida. Thank you for your service. Grandpa flew in B-17s. Thank you for his service. Shot down as a POW almost a year. Love y'all show. Awesome.
Oh, thank you. Thanks.
I wonder how many cops are like driving around listening to us right now.
But yeah, I don't
Out on
know.
patrol.
I don't know. Maybe
You hear-
one.
You hear a one-liner from Gonky, and in the background, "Stop resisting! Stop resisting! Show me your hands!" It's on a body cam somewhere.
Oh, dude, I know my rights.
Who wins in an arm wrestle, Groover or Donkey?
I don't know. Probably Groover.
I don't know. Donkeys are strong.
Oh, dude. Not this donkey.
And then Tevin says, "Hey fellas, my favorite part of Mondays are here. Looking forward to some Catshot Brain and 9G neck stories."
I'm sure we won't disappoint, man. Thank you.
American Idiocracy says, "Word around the campfire is that Universal Studios is toying with an Airwolf movie. Will it happen? Don't know, but I hope so."
Wow.
If Mover's not writing it, they need me.
I'm cautiously excited.
No, because they need me. They ruin a lot of stuff.
That's what I'm saying. Like it could be. It's like when Top Gun Maverick came out. It's like
That's
cautious,
true.
I'm
But
cautiously excited.
here's
here.
the difference. Maverick reprised his role, and the actor that played Maverick
That's
was
true.
was producing it. I'm very
This-
excited about it. Everyone that's important from the first Airwolf
It's no longer with us.
is no longer with us. Although Caitlin is, I think she's got her own podcast, so maybe.
Mm.
But like, you
Yeah,
don't
point.
have Stringfellow coming back.
That's true.
So the best we can maybe get is season 4, which
Well, with some good writing, you never know, man.
cheers. Joe says, "Cheers, Tim. The origin of my motto, I'm 70. I know I look 27. All right, Douglas. There we go. Let's get, oh wait, hold on. JD says, "Since Groover is canon to the show, now will anyone be DJing soon?" The system is down. The
Perfect.
system is down. All right, let's get canceled.
Serious face.
Airline pilots have been suspended for social media. Airlines suspend workers for posts about the shooting of Charlie Kirk. This was last week. As many know, there was a fatal shooting, assassination on Charlie Kirk, who was political pundit activist. And a lot of people took to social media after that and rejoiced and said some really unhealthy things. And there was a marked, I guess, campaign to bring those to light, which resulted in Delta, American, United, and then every other company out there to take action, including the United States military. So I guess it's unfair to say just the airlines, because the military did too. And they've been suspended because obviously they're union employees. They can't just be fired on the spot, but those are dealing with disciplinary actions. So that brings up the topic for this. I don't know if it's specific to airlines or just in general, because I mean, we are both military and airline pilots and social media people. And yeah, Gonky, your thoughts?
Well, like we said earlier, very sad. Given that this is aviation podcast, I just try to keep it on the aviation side. So like you said, Mover, airline pilots suspended. I've heard it from, I've got, you and I both have friends across the industry, and I've heard it from from all of them. And then I also read today, like you said, even the military is cracking down on it. So I mean, I have a lot of thoughts and opinions on it. I'm a Christian as well, and Charlie Kirk was also a Christian. That's where a lot of his views came from. And I guess the thing, if we're going to look at it from the perspective of aviation and pilots getting suspended, like I guess I'm a little taken back that, a professional would need to take to social media and make comments like some of them have made. You and I talked about it offline a little bit. Making comments, right? Free speech. We live in a country where, we're allowed to peacefully assemble and talk about things. That's actually how Charlie Kirk did a lot of his work, like at universities, right? Just drumming up discussion. And he was shot. And then, if you want to look at it fairly or play devil's advocate, it's like, well, why should somebody be punished for just voicing their opinion on social media? And I guess for me, the line in the sand obviously is supporting a violent act, obviously, or even, encouraging a violent act. So, and I come full circle back to, that's why I'm surprised I would consider most airline pilots, professionals at what, at obviously at aviation, but you have to carry yourself a certain way in uniform and out of uniform. And some of the stuff that I saw, people are in uniform, airplane in the back with the tail, Delta, United, American, whatever, and they're posting about it on Facebook. So I have a hard time understanding the mentality of somebody that would do that. I think I've heard things I disagree with. There's lots of people that I disagree with. I mean, I lost my flying career based on my beliefs, right? I mean, I had a military chaplain tell me I didn't believe in God, and he was part of the reason why I'm not flying airplanes anymore in the military, So, my flying was taken away from me. At least I didn't lose my life, right? But, those people that did that to me, I don't wish anything violent against them. Not everybody thinks like me, and I know they have families too. It's not just the person, right? So I know it's a little bit rambly and convoluted, but at the end of the day, I'm just surprised that a well-educated professional just can't keep it professional. It's like, my God, somebody died, a husband and a father, and being a dad of a little girl and a little boy, much like Charlie was. That is what weighed on my mind the entire week, is that those kids are going to grow up without a dad. And dude, that's real. I mean, that's a big deal. I think in the household, if dad's not around. I see it with my kids, even when I'm physically not here, it's not good. So I don't know. That's how I feel about it, man. What about you? What's your take on it?
Boy, social media has been a gift and a curse, right? Without it, I probably wouldn't be sitting here today, but I also wouldn't be a fighter pilot, because the reason I found out about Guard Reserve was basically through social media, an old website called baseops.net. But what it has also brought out, especially as the 30-second attention span but movement has started, TikTok, Reel, stuff like that, is we get very small snippets of things, and then we get very angry. We get very emotional. It's all emotionally charged. Everything's clickbait. Everything is sensationalized, stuff like that. We've talked about it because we don't, some of the stuff we've seen we don't like because it's sensationalized. As a result, what happens is people get very emotional, and then they want to voice their opinions. Whereas probably in the past, when you and I grew up, you might not have had that town square. You might have had your friends, your very private friends group, where it kind of kept you in check, because I think when we're in person with people, we're much less likely to say vile things, the intrusive thoughts don't really come out because there's that, hey, I'm in, it's a face-to-face interaction versus when you're sharing, liking, whatever, sometimes, those thoughts that maybe should have been kept private come out. And I think that people feel a little too free to do that. Now, let's talk about the freedom part. First Amendment, Congress shall make no law, right? The Constitution protects, it does not grant, it protects rights, and it protects us from the government. It is a limit on the government. So when it comes to the First Amendment, and I've seen this, like people are like, well, I thought it was a First Amendment right. The government shall make no law that stops you, but there's nothing that can stop the consequences. And when you are in a profession where you are, number one, responsible for the lives of, hundreds of people, and then number two, being paid quite handsomely, your reputation is your livelihood. And so when you associate your company with whatever vile things you're thinking of, whether it's in private. Now, let me also say, there's no such thing as private on the internet. You think your group chats, you think your private chats, your private messages and stuff like that, you're one screenshot away from losing everything. And people need to realize that. So like, just because you did it, it was private does not mean anything. If you associated your employer with something you said and they can tie you to it, which is just about everything, you are putting yourself at risk. For the company side, it's their social media policy. Do you think an airline as big as Delta, United, American wants to alienate half of their customer base in the midst of a tragedy where people are rightfully, regardless of what you thought about Charlie Kirk's politics, the things he said, he did not deserve to die. He was out there peacefully debating with people, and whether you agree with it or not, the idea was a discussion. What happened after that discussion, whether they clipped it or whatever, it doesn't matter. Nobody needs to die for something like that. That is not what the American way of life stands for. So, yeah, if you wanted to go debate him, fine. Taking his life, orphaning his kids, leaving his wife without a husband, that is way, way beyond the pale. So to celebrate that goes against the values of just about every, well, not just about, it'd be hard to find a company that's okay with you celebrating the death of someone who was peaceful. I just like, they don't want to be associated with that. Same thing for the military. The military is even worse because unlike the airlines, which you do have First Amendment rights and you can, you're just not free from the consequences. You can say something and then deal with the consequences. The military can actually take your freedoms away for stuff you say because you are subject to the UCMJ. We give up certain rights in order to maintain good order and discipline and be a part of the world's greatest military. That's what you sign up for when you do that. So when you go out and put yourself out there and associate yourself with that uniform. Now, on the other side, do I agree with cancel culture? Absolutely not. Did I agree with it 10 years ago, 5 years ago? Now, no. I don't think we should be, because I see the extremes, right? If you go and like, oh, well, he didn't say something nice. He said he said something really mean about it. That is different than celebrating someone's death. I think we need to separate the two. Having an opinion about somebody is not a bad thing. Espousing your belief that someone should die in a horrific fashion is a bad thing. And that is the difference. So we don't need to be canceling everybody because guess what? You cancel somebody today, you're canceled tomorrow. That's just, if your side's the one canceling, you're going to be the one being canceled tomorrow. It's a mutually assured destruction of escalation that I just don't think is needed. I think we need open, honest, and positive dialogue. And we need to start treating people like humans and not taking ideas and turning them into life and death, anger, emotion, all this stuff. We should be able to talk and not go to extremes, calling people names, with all the rhetoric and reducing people to, Hitler, fascist, racist, all that stuff. When you start throwing labels, you're dehumanizing people, and you're not even talking about ideas anymore. So in this sense, it's free to shut up. I mean, it really is.
Yeah, I mean, you bring up a good point. I mean, you joke, it's like Gonky doesn't have any Instagram or this, Mover is my social media feed, and a lot of it's because I saw Ron, he's a longtime viewer of the channel. He said it best. He's like, dude, like, you used to actually have to get in front of people to share your opinions instead of just hide behind a computer screen. Yeah. And when you actually see, oh, hey, there's a real person there, it's going to change. It might not change how you feel, but it'll definitely change the delivery of what you're thinking. I mean, and like you said, Mover, like, we're dealing with real people here. And we've said it many times on the show. Like, hey, Russia, Ukraine, let's just talk about this. Like, violence is like is the absolute last resort, man. And when you're talking about just out of college campus in the good old United States, a guy just, wanting to have a debate over some topics that, I mean, I don't even know what they were talking about. It didn't affect my life one bit. It couldn't have been that important.
Well,
right.
And that's the other thing too, is it's free to just ignore them.
Right.
I mean,
right.
Dude, this hits home for me because in November or December, I got my first death threat,
right.
through the Mover mailbag. It was anonymous, it was all like, we talk about aviation, right? Like I don't affect policy. I don't do anything like to hurt anybody, but I got a death threat. And, so when I see stuff like this, I'm like, what? And I read the comments of our videos more like recently, our I called it the cigar boat, but the cigarette boat, right? People just get so wrapped up around their own beliefs that they don't even hear what you say. Or maybe they hear what you say, but they don't comprehend it. They don't listen. And so they apply whatever they were thinking in that their predisposition to whatever was going on, the stereotypes, the biases, and all that stuff, to what you said. And if it doesn't match exactly to what their worldview is, then they go on the offensive. And it's like, wait a minute, we didn't even say that. Like, we didn't say that like that. We didn't mean that. That wasn't, you just applied a whole thing that is not there. And it's because, number one, people are spoon-fed stuff that is meant to rile them up 24/7. Like, that is the media cycle, the news cycle, social media. Everything is meant to get some kind of reaction. I mean, that's why the most popular word on YouTube is react. If you go put on the news right now, you'll see, well, what's your reaction? In fact, there's people on Twitter and X that all they do is say your reaction, because that's what gets comments and stuff like that. Reactions are what drive emotional responses. Emotional responses drive anger, fear, all this stuff. When it's really, dude, go back to your house. It's not going to affect you at all. You go to, if you don't like what somebody's saying, organize and fix it at the ballot box. That's the way our society is supposed to be designed, is that we vote, and that's how our voices are heard. And if we want our voices really heard, we do it, civilly. We talk. I don't know. Yeah, no, dude. I mean, I thought we were past the whole, oh, we disagree, now I'm going to kill you and your whole family, right? It's, come on, it's like, that's not how we do it here in America. I'd like to think we're civil, but I mean, I don't know, dude. Last week, a beautiful family lost a husband and a dad, and that's, for me, that's the saddest thing. And for any professional to celebrate that, I think is unacceptable. And it's funny because I say this with the social media aspect. I mean, I don't know your airline, but you can't go on a trip without somebody telling you their opinions on everything in the cockpit, right? That's the whole point. Like, that's why they say, hey, don't take marriage advice, financial advice, or whatever, because you're going to fly with somebody that's sitting in the other seat that's going to start, politics, contract, all that stuff. They used to say, hey, what is the dating stuff? Don't talk about politics, religion, all it's, stay away from it first couple dates. Airline pilots, absolutely not. They will, on the first leg of trip one, try to, fish out whatever side of the aisle you're on and then try to convince you and stuff like that. They've gotten better. It's gotten better, but that historically has been limited to, face to face. At least in face to face, you can read the body language. You can, oh, hey, let's do something else. I'm going to read the company manual because I don't want to hear you anymore, or whatever. But when it comes to the internet, you've lost the public square. You've lost, Gonky, you've done public speaking. That adrenaline rush that you get right before you stand up in front of somebody and tell them what you're thinking and try to organize your thoughts. You don't have that because you had time, which actually I think makes it worse. You had time to type it, probably edit it maybe, and then you hit post. Like, this is premeditated. This is not just, hey, it's a misspeak because I was in the heat of yelling something out. This is, you did all this. And as pilots or, anybody really, you can't be surprised when you say something that's just horrific and people go, I don't want to be associated with that. Your company, it's just, that's it.
I think that as a topic on an aviation show, particularly for our audience, maybe in the chat right now, before having a strong opinion about this, you need to take a look at what was actually said too. Mover and I were talking about this last night. I was like, oh, well, there's both sides. What these people said is pretty unequivocal, and there really isn't both sides to it. It was beyond the pale.
Yeah. Yeah. I for any,
like, to the point we're not going to feature it on the show.
No. Right. But for any side, I condemn political violence. Period. Dot. It's just not acceptable.
Dude, any kind of violence.
It's not our country. That's not our country.
Exactly.
So
rest in peace, Charlie.
Yeah, man. Let's talk something happier. Less sad. See what the audience is saying, because they always say smarter than that. Tic Tac's got my back says humans should not be celebrating the pain and suffering of others. Kindness, empathy, compassion. These are the good traits of your species. We're going to talk about your UAP here in a minute.
We got you.
Yeah. Don't worry.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm glad that was a super chat because I missed it.
Holly Movie Star says, I didn't follow Charlie Kirk's content and believe anyone should be criticized fairly, but to wish death upon someone for their words, what have we become?
Yeah.
I honestly, I see more of his stuff now. I really never understood who he was before this. I was like, okay, like I didn't know his story until now. And, it appears to be civil debates. That's what there was like, whether you agree with what he said or not, there's stuff that obviously not everybody's going to agree with that. Okay. But it's civil. Like, I don't think he's ever like fighting people in his audience, like fisticuffs.
No, man.
Or calling for their deaths. I don't think he ever but I don't know. All I'm saying is I watched the video of the poor Irina Zarutska in the subway.
Oh, that was terrible too.
That kind of stuff, like it just dude, we're watching people die on TV on our screens, and the reaction for me was, that's horrible.
Yes,
I don't know. Like it's hard for me to relate to somebody whose reaction to someone gushing blood from an arterial, neck bleed is
like joy.
Yeah.
Right, dude.
I don't. And then to take it a step farther and celebrate it.
There's something like it begs the question. It's like, dude, what is wrong with you? Like, do you have a condition? Like, I don't know. To me, it's not normal behavior, but that's just my own opinion, but I don't know, dude. Yeah.
Anyway. All right. So that's, Let's see. Holly Movie Star also says, after incident, FBI noted foreign adversaries started injected hatred in our public discourse that we would tear us apart. 100% agree with that. I see that. I actually called one out on that video because I said aircrafts, and I was like,
where have we seen that?
What country are you from? And he's like, China. Like, nailed it. Troll
Perfect.
farm. Figured it out. That's exactly 100% knew that was coming, so to speak. All right, some older ones. Hey, boys, thought you'd appreciate this story, says Pepperoni, something CVN 77. You'd appreciate this. Mom said I can join the Air Force Navy if I get into the best business school in Canada. Watching this from my dorm right now and heading to my flying lesson tomorrow. Thanks for all the inspiration. Hell yeah.
Nice, man. Awesome.
Got to become a U.S. citizen, though.
I finally figured out the equivalent of a super chat on Twitch.
Oh, cool. Well, good. We've been screwing people probably. Thanks. Boris says nothing beats the Polish flyovers last week. I didn't see that.
We missed it. Yeah.
Although I did see the F-35s and the over Trump when the Polish president was in town.
I missed that one too.
Pneumatic Elephant. Thank you.
Thank you.
Super sticker. Porky Piggin says, I'm just here for the spicy cheese.
Pepper Jack.
Wicked Spider Black says, can Gonky join Twitch credit reading for nights? Oh, so Doug and I finished a game on Twitch, and so we just sat there and read the credits.
Are you serious?
Mystery Science Theater 3000 style. Apparently people like that. I don't know.
That's funny.
Have you guys thought about doing short films, says Holly Movie Star?
We're open to any films with it. Well, almost any films at this
don't
point.
Put it. No, don't. Gonky. Don't even.
I'm just playing.
Don't even.
Thanks,
sure.
Holly.
Hey, give me a budget. We'll make it anything professional you want. Wait a minute. That's a profession too.
Yes,
anything,
it is.
Sensible and
wholesome.
There you go. Wholesome.
There you go.
Anything PG.
Yes.
Maybe rated R, but nothing worse than
Maybe.
that.
Tomcats.
We read this, Douglas.
He was playing it safe. I can't do anything about the super chat.
Bob Smith says the loss of in-person relationships is part of the problem. Folks are detached online. I agree with that. And,
100%.
The lockdowns and stuff, I think that created a lot more. I mean, hell, I don't even interact with people as much as I used to. Not that I'm complaining.
So, I was out turning wrenches today in the driveway, and it's been a recurring theme for me this week.
Yeah.
But every day I watch the kids get off the bus at the end of the street. They all walk home, and none of the kids are talking to one another. They're all on their phones, just walking. It's
zombies.
It's weird, dude.
Well, then they go home and they'll play Call of Duty. So what is it? It's all the whatever racial slurs they can yell at each other and
dude, I don't know.
Talking about their mom.
So it's not how I grew up.
No. Nope. Kid talked about my mom after she died. I beat him up.
Well, did you bring up a good point? I mean, several of my childhood fights were at the bus stop waiting.
Yeah, it's the only fight I ever had.
Really? Yeah, I do. Yeah. I had a couple because we were kids, right? And I wasn't stuck in a screen, so I was looking for trouble.
Yeah. Well, you were a bully, Gonky. That makes sense. Taylor says, you guys are the best. Whatever happened to the deaf and the diesel mover? Always fear of my trucks. Well, it cost me $1,300, but resolved and everything's fine now.
Thanks, Taylor. Thanks for making Mover relive that.
Need more than thanks for that. In real life, had I had Gonky beat you up. What are you doing? Stop that?
I'm trying to star stuff and this chat's scrolling so fast. It's hard.
Holly Movie Star says, fictional aviation short films for YouTube. Well, we don't have any airplanes.
Oh, hey, that brings up a good thing. If anybody's good at making thumbnails.
Oh, right. Hey, yeah, we're hiring.
Yes.
Our one employee has no graphical skills. So we're looking to expand. If you can make thumbnails that are at least equal to or better than what Gonky does every day at 5 a.m.
And it takes me forever.
At a reasonable rate.
Right. Probably we would like maybe a half a dozen free demos. Just saying. But...
Yeah. At a reasonable rate. And you have to be able to do them real fast. Fast.
All right, now that nobody's gonna chime in, continue.
Let's see. Who do we contact on that? That email right there in Gonky's.
There we go. That's right.
Just do that one. Baja Blast, Vahek. Currently have a 98.7.1. Is that a radio station? Porsche Cayman S and Mark 7 GTI. And considering buying a Ranger Raptor test driven liked. I've only owned small, medium-sized cars my whole life. Am I nuts? Sir,
No.
This is a Wendy's. This is an aviation channel, sir.
You need a truck. You need a truck, man.
Do you have a woman in your life?
Oh,
Because
I'm
that
gonna say
changes
no.
who answers right there. Like Mover says YOLO. I mean, close to 40 is pretty much the end of your life anyway. I mean, if you ask Gonky, it's death.
You got to ask your wife first.
You're on death's door.
Yeah, ask your wife.
But I mean, if dude, do what you want. I'm never gonna tell you no. I think more is better.
I like driving. I have a daily driver. It's a truck, and I like it.
Yeah,
you know.
We needed a Wombat on for this question.
We 100%.
Yeah, he would tell you. Hawkeye says it'd be interesting to see Gonky play Halo. Also, mock at circle entry.
I'm terrible at Halo. I played it didn't it come out 15 years ago?
We are playing Halo now.
20 something years
20.
ago.
Yeah, I played it way back, and I wasn't very good. And then yeah, mock it circle entry. That's how you over G and arc like a big dog.
I'm thinking the same thing as you. Is that supersonic at turn circle entry?
Look at the acronym it makes.
MAC. Mace.
Oh, Doug, you're so smart.
I'm not that smart. I just watched her whole appearance on what was it, CNBC? Whichever one it was.
Mover, I've done that. I could have been
not.
Mace.
I've done 1.2 at the merge, thinking I was slow and went one circle.
Oh yeah, dude. All offensive set. I remember just reading speed is life, speed is life. Well, too much speed is not life. Too much of good things bad. Mock it. Yeah,
Chris says, I think Gonky's already made some movies. Ooh, where do you think he got the donkey name from? No, sir. He's half Asian. There's certainly
lower half.
That's lowercase.
Yellow light.
That's lowercase donkey. Not. He's definitely no.
That's funny. I feel like never mind.
Corey says, coordinating a flyover for a local high school football game from one of the department's helos. Any tips to make it Mover and Gonky approval? Figure out how long the national anthem takes. Give them a holding point.
Yeah.
And, dude.
I would always meet up prior and be like, hey, sing it to me. And I would time them. And that way
also, yeah. But also constant communication, update them, right? Have them have a plan like we talked about with Deuce, where there's an airspeed plan that you can go faster or slower without.
It's a helicopter.
That's why I'm saying 70 knots. So you can go up to 90 or you can slow it down to 50.
There you go. Yeah. But hey, no matter what, just send us the exclusive footage so we can,
Andrew says, I'll draw poorly made stick figures and take hours. Perfect.
Perfect. That's basically what I do now.
Tack Air 42 says, here's a fat 10 to keep Gonky from beating us up. Aim high, fellas. A real Tack Air 42. All right. Back to the stuff. Hey, speaking of our Aussie friends, they produced quite the video.
This is cool, dude.
Prepare yourself.
Probably got to mute it.
Now we will.
As a young kid watching
this is not it.
Seeing the dump and burn, seeing the fact that
this is not it at all. What are we doing?
Oh, heck,
did you autoplay?
What's the correct link then?
They did a video of the E18.
It's in the.
Right,
we're also taking applications for a producer.
Hey,
well.
Let's try this instead. No,
there it is.
There you go.
We have a winner.
That's the link I've got.
The old G suits. That's the old one, right? Doesn't look like an ATAX. I mean, it's a growler. You don't need any G suit.
They pull some G's here.
Like 4. Like the boots.
Yeah, look at that, man.
So they copied the U.S. Air Force. They're like, you know what? We need new boots. We're not going to wear black boots.
Look at that. They're wearing the helmet out to the
Margot
jet.
Robbie. It's Margot Robbie.
All right, let's see.
Oh, they're nerds and they wear their helmets when they pre-flight.
I miss that sound, dude.
Yeah, that's cool.
I miss that sound.
Oh, that's awesome. Do you think they do the, was it 4 or 5 down checks?
Oh, yeah. Look at that. That is just awesome.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, dude.
That is amazing. Oh, they slicked it off as much as they could.
I think they got winders on the wings.
No, dude, that's a growler.
Yeah, I know, but if you look at the picture, see what's out there?
It's a growler.
See that? No, but look at the wings. Look at the loadout.
Growler.
Man, that's cool.
They didn't even do a walk around after. They're like, you know what? It's maintenance's problem.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good. And I love
wait.
it. It's like walking the dog at the end.
Oh, and there goes Fat Amy.
There
just
goes
trudging
Fat
across
Amy.
the
Coming
street.
soon.
Is this a join? Can we join?
That was
Oh, wait, was that
awesome.
more? Wait, there's more.
No, that was it.
No, there's more. Check it
No,
out.
that's my autoplay. That's how we got there in the first place. I mean, we can watch that if you want to.
Yeah, let's see it. Let's see what they got to do. This is the actual video from the cockpit.
This is unrehearsed now, folks. We don't know.
Oh,
what's
yeah.
good.
Do we ever rehearse?
Well, hopefully they didn't splice in anything inappropriate. Look at that. Dude.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, it is awesome.
That would be awesome to fly down that.
Oh, dude.
I mean, between the buildings. Over the bridge. Look at that, man.
Just another Sunday drive.
Oh, dude.
What do you think the guy in the back's doing?
He's probably... You looking good, man.
No, there's
You're
a
doing
9X
good.
under the...
I know. That's what I was
Station
trying to tell
2.
you.
You said the wingtip.
No. I said look at the wings.
You said wingtip,
Both. There's one on each side.
but not the... Yes.
Yeah.
I like his shirt. Whoa. Growler on the t-shirt,
Yeah.
embroidered.
Yeah. This is awesome, man. He's got the helmet.
It's 9 minutes. How much do you want to watch?
Well, let's get through this part first.
Yeah,
'cause I wanna see
this
some
part looks
buildings.
pretty... Look at that, dude.
They did this with a C-17, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
Like the same route?
I think this route is the,
River fire.
yeah. Look at that. Wow.
Look at the timing on the sunset, too.
Can you imagine like being in those buildings, just looking out, and here comes a...
Didn't you do that in Malaysia?
Yeah. Sort of.
Allegedly.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. It wasn't just me. It was the thing, sir.
Okay.
Don't pin this on me.
Oof.
I'm just a creature of my environment, mover.
Now, listen, I was just asking the question.
Good question. Yeah.
Oh, look, dude, it's funny. The Wiley gloves. I love those Wiley X gloves. The fingerless. It's everything like Australian Air Force, but I see all the same equipment. The Navy and the Air, like they're a mishmash of Navy and Air Force equipment here.
Yeah. I think
There's
the culture is too. Believe it or
Really,
not.
probably all
Yeah.
the best stuff, none of the bad stuff.
It could be onto something, man.
Well, I mean, they've got Margot Robbie.
You gotta give it up, dude. Yeah, dude, this is definitely the raw footage to that little clip they made.
Thank you, Captain Obvious. Appreciate
Just in case,
it. Expert analysis.
there could be other people on the show with catch-up brain mover.
Oh yeah, yeah. You're the ADA for our show. You're like closed caption for the hearing impaired.
I'm just going to let that play in the background so we have the audio for the rest of the show.
All
Perfect.
9 minutes.
All 9 minutes.
Oh, it's
Put it on
just
loop.
great. It's good. Good stuff. You got any other thoughts on that? Good job, Australia.
That was awesome.
Aussie. It's
Yeah,
Aussies.
Make more of that. Make more of that
Yeah.
stuff.
Put a kangaroo back there. Like,
Never mind. I don't want to. Mover is going to say about as useful, but
your words, not mine. I may have been thinking it, but I used my inside voice. Just saying.
Perfect.
Anyway, from the kids at home, Boris says, fun fact, I found Mover's channel and I saw his video of his terrible experience buying his truck. See, kids, the KGB will find you wherever you are for any reason. Just kidding. I know you're not KGB, probably, or FSB now. PS started Flying Club, and we'd love to have you guys, maybe even Wombat, as a guest webinar.
Oh, wow.
What do we do as a webinar?
Well, just that you got the email. Just send us a.
So send Gonky. There you go, right there.
Right.
Over in Gonky show.
That's right.
With your Nick says, a bit off topic, opinions on NASCAR playoffs. I don't understand it anymore. It's like there's too many championships. Like, go back to the old Winston points. That's it. You need all
I'm
that.
so glad that was your answer because I have no idea what it is, how it works.
Dude, they do like a regular season thing, and then they go to the playoffs, and then they like,
Yeah.
it's too much math. Rednecks don't do math.
No.
I don't do math. I'm a redneck. Say that name to Gonky.
It's a nice puppy.
There's a lot of consonants and not many vowels.
Schnepfenjäger.
There you go.
Scheffenjäger.
Roll with that.
Damn, I really miss Wombat. Just kidding, fellas. Keep up the good work. Damn. Wow. Oh, man. Now he's never going to rejoin
That
us.
was such an emotional roller coaster for me right there, man.
I know. Michael says, hey, Mover, have you heard of Iceman Isaac? He's a former Air Force pilot and does YouTube videos now and does Battlefield 6 videos in the Viper. He calls himself Iceman?
Iceman Isaac? That's a long call sign.
Iceman Isaac, pull up. No, it doesn't work. Iceman Isaac, no.
Yeah.
Doesn't work.
By the time you get to the break right, party's dead because his call sign
Two
is
syllables.
too long.
Donkey.
Yeah.
Oh, see, that works. Chappie.
That's
See?
right.
Iceman Isaac,
Maverick,
no.
right?
Maverick. Yeah, you gotta condense those.
Yeah.
Maverick. Rhino says, I wonder if he's a rhino, like an actual pilot. Is Fat Amy in the US, Fat Matilda in Australia? Love the show. Sent you a badass new Strike Eagle documentary in the email. Haven't seen that one.
Thanks, man.
Thank you, though. Alex, Adventures and Aviation, or Aviation and Adventures. I'd rather play outside or board games or read.
There you go.
Or work on his new podcast, which is awesome.
Yeah, man. Good job, Alex.
But he's reading cool stuff like jets.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Like I used to.
Kim Jong-un and the Dork Band. Did you see the GAO report in the F-35? It's absolutely devastating. No, we don't read nerd reports. Bob says, Chonky Matilda. Say it with the accent. Oi. Lyle says, it's Captive AIM-9X on the pylons.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
All right. Next order of business. Another UAP video. They've had some hearings.
Yes.
And Hellfire hit it.
It's in Yemen, right?
In Yemen. This
Yemen.
was Representative, the Honorable Eric Burleson. Videos I revealed the GOP oversight. So those of you with badges, please know that we're just getting this from the GOP Oversight Committee at a UAP hearing. It's public. We did not. So October 30th, 2024, MQ-9 at Reaper allegedly tracked orb off the coast of Yemen. Green light given to engage. Missile appears to be ineffective against the target. Footage presented as received from a whistleblower. Independent review is ongoing. Probably means I don't know. They said it at a Senate hearing. All right, so there it is in white hot tracking, laser designating. I think this is a second drone that's tracking while the first one is a shooter.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know the altitude. We don't really know the speed. But there goes the slowest Hellfire in existence. It hits it. 3 pieces come off. It kind of meanders.
Ooh.
And then
I haven't seen this part.
rights itself and keeps flying. Let's keep this up, Douglas, because we're going to do some expert analysis. Gonky, your thoughts?
Well, you go to get it to where
the hit.
Yeah, get it to where the Hellfire and the thingy is in the same picture. Please.
Perfect. That's the technical analysis we've come to know and love on this channel.
Catch out brain, dude. Listen, I got it.
Spicy cheese hits
I don't
the
want
charts.
to. All right. Yeah.
Here's
I don't
the
know.
Hellfire. Here's the thingy.
The thingy. Yeah. So I read a little bit of the background. It's in Yemen. Like you said, Mover, there's 2 MQ whatever's flying shooter, and then the one tracking it. And they said that there have been some Houthi activity going on. So I don't know, man. I'm of the opinion this is probably a drone. I'm surprised that, why didn't the Hellfire blow up? Why didn't it detonate? And obviously pieces came off the, if you want to believe an orb, fine, an orb, or maybe the drone, and it kept flying. I mean, to me, it's acting like it acts very much like a drone on a pre-planned route. That something hit it, knocked it off course, and it just resumed as best it can. But I'm curious why the Hellfire didn't explode. That's my very unprofessional, unclass take on it. What do you think, man?
Well, stop. Okay. Let me start with step 1. If we think it's aliens, why are we shooting at it?
Did we? Yeah, exactly. Don't shoot at the alien craft.
Did we learn nothing from Independence Day?
Correct, dude. Yeah.
Second, this is a drone. I mean, so people get confused a lot with perspective and stuff like that. They were doing some testing. I was trying to find the article, and now you can't because all you can find is this. But there was some testing being done with Hellfires against these drones in Yemen, and that was especially like the Apache. They were testing the Apache with that and shooting Hellfires, which a Hellfire is an AGM,
right?
So it is not gonna fly like an AIM-9X or an AIM-120 or whatever. So there's a couple things I don't know. Well, I do know it's not gonna have a prox fuse like an AIM-9, right? Because air-to-air missiles are designed to fuse near enough that, it gives you that shotgun blast to disable or kill the aircraft. Air-to-ground missiles are different. Fusing is different when you're striking ground targets. So they're taking an air-to-ground weapon and shooting at an air-to-air target. So that's one thing. Second is, if this was a test, telemetry missiles don't have any warheads in them at all. Because the whole idea, you see this at WESIPs and stuff like that. The whole idea is you're trying to get data. So sometimes it does spear the drone or whatever, and it rights itself and keeps flying. So I know people can be mad at me because I always have a healthy amount of skepticism when it comes to stuff like this, but there is nothing in here. Like if these were orbs or aliens or stuff like that, why did it let a AGM-114 hit it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they were tracking this thing. This is completely out of context. It's a video that tells you nothing about what they were doing beforehand, why they were tracking it, how they got to this point. Somebody disclosed this. There you go. Is that the test of the Apache shooting the drones?
Oh, yeah, sorry, I didn't know I was making it live at that instant. You want to see it?
Sure. Watch it.
I was just switching to it in advance in case.
So this is an Apache shooting a drone.
That looks like a drone. Ooh.
Different line of sight, though. You're looking from
Yeah.
straight on versus orbiting overhead. If they were doing testing, which I think they were back then, I think this was a telemetry shot.
Yeah.
Either that or it didn't fuse, because I mean it wouldn't be the first time that a warhead duds.
Yeah.
Right? It doesn't contact, it doesn't prox, it doesn't have enough. And all we're looking at here, going back to the actual video, is we know it's white hot. We know that it's hot and some pieces fly off. And at first it just looks like something that gets hit, stops flying, and tumbles off. It rights itself, which means very little to me. I mean, it rights itself and keeps flying. I mean, a drone will do that, especially if it's not a complete kill. I mean, they have inertial INUs and IRUs and stuff that'll right itself to keep flying.
Yeah, the helicopter, the Apache video we just watched, it said there in the comments that it was an upgraded Hellfire they shot at that one. So, like you said, Mover, maybe there is no, maybe there is no warhead on this one. I don't know. And they're doing a test.
I mean, it doesn't fuse. So
or it doesn't fuse. Yeah.
Yeah. There's no explosion, which says nothing about the orb. I mean, dude, we've seen, missiles don't missiles aren't 100% kill rates when they even hit.
Not even close. No. Well, dude, the thing is like, this is in Yemen. If they thought it was like a Houthi drone and they tried to shoot it,
where'd it go after? They obviously kept tracking it. So where's the rest of the video?
Where did it go after? Exactly. What's the end game of this thing? So did they shoot at it again with a second one and that one work? Or did enough pieces come off of it? Did it just fly somewhere? Water? Yeah. Did it fly into the water? Exactly. So there's not, it's the 5 second, it's the 5 second clip that gets you to think something without showing you the whole picture. So to me, it looks like a drone that gets hit with something that didn't fuse or doesn't have a warhead, and it just rights itself and keeps going. And you bring up a good point. Like if there's legit aliens, it's like, well, let's just shoot at it and see what happens.
Well, that and what we've been told by these people, like especially when we were talking about the New Jersey lights that all ended up being airliners or drones. We've been told that they're able to move and go everywhere.
Right.
Why didn't this thing do all it had to do was move out of the way 5 feet.
Just stop.
It was a like a little bit of a jink, and this wouldn't have been an issue. So you're telling me that whatever advanced tech that they have is so advanced that it gets hit by a Hellfire?
Right. Well, in the the Super Hornets tangling with these things off the coast of off the coast of California. Like you said, Mover, they started maneuvering in relation to the Hornets, right? And that's not an isolated case. Like anytime anybody's ever tried to get close, or I've read the things, fighters have tried to lock whatever it is they're seeing. It just doesn't work. It doesn't let you, right? But this time we're just going to let the Hellfire just
hit us,
see what happens.
Pieces of us,
right? Leave piece of my spaceship here.
Yeah. Come on. Well, now they're mad.
Well, yeah.
I feel like we shouldn't be shooting at the aliens. Like if this is making the UAP hearing, we need to have a sit down with, the drone bobos and be like, hey, stop pissing off ET. Because
he came here from way outer space, probably got better weapons than we do.
Yeah. Why didn't he shoot back? Oh, they're peaceful. Well, not anymore.
Not anymore, dude.
This
is such a violent race. Yeah.
Have we learned nothing from Harambe?
Yeah, I when I first saw it, I think it's a drone, but hey, that's just my own opinion. What do I know?
Look, dude, if the aliens are here, take me. It's time. It'll be an improvement. I, for one, welcome our new overlords. And look forward to serving in the... Dude, we could fly starfighters. I bet we're not too old for that.
It's just sad that we're going to make a bunch of UAP groupies mad. I don't mean to. It's just my reaction, having, spent a lot of time looking at images like this and tactical airplanes and doing stuff. And it just...
Dude, I thought bushes were cows were bushes and strafed them. That's how unreliable a targeting pod image can be at night in white hot or black hot. So now everybody's gonna be like, Mover's not an expert. Why is he even talking if he can't even just... Like, I was a lieutenant.
Well, no, dude. You bring it up as a real world experience, in the fact that it's not perfect. Yeah, but yeah. It's
Steve
cool
says he's not mad, but you guys really think it's a Houthi drone?
I would. If
they're doing testing, it could be any kind of drone.
Yeah, I mean, I read an article that allegedly said that this happened in Yemen and there was Houthi activity at the time in the area. So, I mean, if that's true, then yeah, I think it's a Houthi drone. If not,
why wouldn't it be? What is so special about it? I mean, it gets hit, pieces break off, it rights itself and keeps flying. So the critical parts didn't break off.
It could be a test they did off the coast of Eglin. Who knows, man? I don't know.
Well, they could have been testing off of Yemen. I mean,
yeah.
My point is, there's nothing about, what we know is that it gets partially hit. There's no explosion. Pieces come off. It tumbles a little bit and then it flies off. So whatever happened, it managed to right itself and keep flying. So whether that means, whether it's an alien, it's Bigfoot, whatever, it was not critically damaged enough that it crashed immediately. And that is what we know. Could a Yemen UAP or a UAP Yemen drone do that? Yeah. If you don't hit critical pieces, it'll right itself and keep flying.
I mean, it's a 50-second clip. At 55 seconds, it might have crashed. We don't know, right?
Yeah. All right, cool. Well, good. Bring on the hate. A lot of angry people are going to happen.
Well.
Let's see here. We got the AA Ron says, hey guys, wondering if the final countdown was ever talked about on the show. Pretty cool scenes. Yes, we did a Mover Ruins movies together.
Yeah, and Mover interviewed Shoes, who did a lot of the flying for that movie. It's actually an amazing,
he's a good dude.
It's amazing story to listen to, and I love that movie, The Final Countdown. It's awesome.
Yeah. We also did Mover Ruins movies with Mace on the Thunderbird movie, and now I have a copyright strike. Thanks, Obama.
Oh, jeez.
He produced it.
I know.
I'm just saying. He's in the credits.
Him and Michelle. I know, dude.
They directly, it's not.
I know. I digress. Keep going. Let's roll with it.
The Tic Tac's got my back. Says, I would like to assure everyone that I'm unharmed. Do you have any idea how much touch-up paint for Tic Tac costs?
Hey, it's an insurance claim, man. Just turn it into the insurance and you'll be good to go.
Jake from State Farm will help you. Robert says, longtime viewer, first-time commenter. At what age would you guys consider too old to start basic flight training? I'm 37. Is it for me? Like, you're just going to fly, not military? You're fine.
Yeah.
I just saw a thing about a 60-year-old woman that's the first officer that's been flying for the airlines for, a couple years. So, she just got hired at 60. I think up to that, she's got 5 years on her career. If you're just flying for funsies, whenever, hell, you can be 70, 69, 80. I don't know. As long as you can get a medical.
Yeah, Robert. If it's civilian, man, it's something you want to do, just do it.
Oh, yeah.
It's awesome.
Warhorse says, didn't think Hellfires had air-to-air mode. It doesn't. So it's a laser designated, like they're guiding it towards a moving target.
Yeah.
Rob says the new Ginsu knife AGM. I mean, it could be. I don't know why they would be using that against a drone, but maybe they didn't have any other available. Like, hey, we'll use that one. Have you seen that one? The one with the blades? Judy chop? Yeah, it's made for killing people without fragging anything.
Really?
Yeah, you ever seen that?
No. Wow.
Yeah. It's the assassination weapon. Aaron Z says, in Airwolf, Hellfires absolutely are air-to-air. I can't argue with that.
No.
Lyle says, dumb weapons guy forgot to arm the thing at EOR. Could be.
That has happened.
Darkroom Eagle says, why are Sasquatch and alien videos always grainy black and white photos? Because this is a video of a screen that was inappropriately shared. Tic Tac got my back says, hostile act when a bug hits your automobile's windscreen. Do you go to war with the bugs? I think not. I don't know. That was a pretty big bug.
Yeah.
Tiger Row says, whistleblower stated to Congress that Lockheed have had alien tech since '89. Then they give us Fat Amy. Maybe the alien tech got crashed.
That's funny.
Kevin says, think the F-22 is a little mad at another missed chance. Yeah. Dude, that's true. That means the Reaper's got air-to-air kills and the Raptor doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, if it, like I said, if that thing eventually crashed, I mean.
All right. Hey, are you familiar with sea shanties?
Sorry.
You're a seaman and you don't know about sea shanties? All right. Well, anyway, you ever want to know how to steal an F-16?
This is a catchy song.
Make it big, Douglas. Make it big. Turn it up.
The question's real. I stole an F-16. Flip the master, all the lights begin to feel. I stole an F-16. Set the fuel pump, start the number 2. I stole an F-16. Engines whining as the turbines chew. I stole an F-16. Turn the
I love how we turn the RWR on.
Power on bright. I stole an F-16, horizon centered,
and the standby ADI, of course. Why wouldn't you? That's, yeah, you're stealing an F-16, but what if we get an inadvertent IMC?
I stole an F-16. Wait till 20, it will take its time. I stole an F-16.
Have to pop off some rounds while you wait.
Throttle back down to idle mark. I stole an F-16. Jet breathes deep with a rumbling spark. I stole an F-16. Unlock the gate and push it free. I stole an F-16. The bird comes alive with a roar of glee. I stole an F-16. Roll out the REAF power on bright. I stole an F-16.
What is ALP?
Horizon centered, the line set right. I stole an F-16.
Okay, can we back up a little bit?
I'm not really sure what I just
Where would
watched.
you like to back up to,
I'm
sir?
not sure what I just...
Step 1. I mean, okay, yeah, you just flip it to main bat. JFS start 2. What really sucks is if that bottle pops and it doesn't crank, because then you got to go crank it up yourself. Trust me, I've done that. I guess because you're stealing the F-16, the RWR suddenly is important.
Yeah, and when I saw this, I was like, maybe it's not. Maybe they have 2 RWRs. One, the RWR that I know, and something else specific to the F-16.
No, that's the ALR-56, right? The block, which would be in a block 40 or a 50, which that's not like a block 30. Which this is just DCS. I think this is what they're using.
Yeah.
Well, it's not DCS because when they show the cockpit, that's like an A model. Standby ADI, I guess, because you didn't flip any of the INS stuff on the other side, so you're not going to get a HUD. So I guess that sucks.
Don't need that.
Don't need a HUD. We're not going to turn on any MFDs. We're just going to fly this thing like a T-38. We're not going to do a flickus bit. It's fine. You know, whatever. It'll go. It'll probably be fine. Probably should have reset it maybe, but it'll be fine. Yeah, dude, look, wait, go back. Go back. That's a radar between your legs. That's the old A model.
Okay. Wow, the screen. Wow.
Look at that right there. That's the old APG 66 or whatever, the old range only radar or whatever the thing used to have.
So you had to look down to see the tracks.
Yeah. This is like an old ass radar. And then I guess you go straight to blower from the taxiway. Notice a couple steps have been missing because they didn't tell you how to put the canopy down or close the spider guard. They already did that for your convenience.
Dude, JT's girl did it way better.
Oh, she's 100% more entertaining.
Way better. Yeah. When I first saw
shanty.
Yeah. When I first saw this, I was like, oh, JT made another one.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a catchy tune, but like I
appreciate the interest in the F-16.
Yeah. I think, like you said, there's a lot of steps missing here, man.
I just don't understand like the emphasis on the standby ADI. Like that's the part that vexes me. All the other stuff. I mean, RWR, I get it because you want to know once you've stolen the F-16 if you're going to be shot down. But like what?
Yeah.
Would RWR work though? Because the people chasing you are going to be friendlies to the airplane.
Oh yeah, you'll hear it.
Oh yeah. Oh, you'll hear it. And
okay.
Oh yeah,
you'll know
hear noises.
Yeah.
It ain't that smart.
No.
No. But yeah, I mean,
I still don't know how to steal an F-16 after watching this video.
These actions are dangerous and may cause serious injury or boom. Do not attempt to recreate. Center the line. I don't know.
Yeah, I watched it a couple times, and like I said, I'm still a little lost on stealing F-16.
Yeah. Well, you can always go watch Wags on YouTube. He's got some tutorials.
Yes, which I'm sure is way more better.
Probably not as good a catchy of tune though.
No, you're right. But if I really want to learn how to steal one, I'd probably go watch his video.
Yeah, you got a lot of other stuff you got to get through first, like getting to the F-16. Getting into the F-16, you got to bring your own ladder.
He covers that?
Wags?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, for $49.99, you too can own an F-16 or what? I don't know how much it costs, but you too can be an F-16 pilot for a day.
Yeah.
All right. Well, cool. So now we're going to jail. It's good. It's real good. See what the audience has to say. Brian says, how many B-17 came back missing control surfaces and an IAF F-15 with a half a wing blown off? If they have good power to weight ratio, the amount of critical parts. I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Drones are incredibly light.
Yep.
I mean, it's just surface area. As long as a couple of the control surfaces could bright it, the thing's going to fly. BJJ man. Very important. Good evening, fellas. I'm 30. How likely I am to get an age waiver for UPT? I'm in great shape and have my PPL, but no 4-year degree, so I need to get it. Oof. So you'll be 34, 32 or 33. 33. So I would recommend you hoof it and get it before.
Yeah. I mean, make them tell you no.
Yeah, but don't plan on a waiver. You know what I mean? Like that should not be your, like, make them tell you no, but also put yourself in a position of success. So try to get it faster. You just need a degree and a good GPA. It doesn't matter what it's in. Under whatever gets you there.
Yes. A degree, yes. Something you're good at.
Does it have to be a 4-year degree?
Yeah. It has to be a BS. It doesn't matter if it takes 4 years or not.
Well, that was the question, yes.
Yeah. I mean, if you could do it in 3, like what's reasonable, Douglas?
I did it in 3.5. But I still got a BS, and
6 is average.
For a BS degree?
Yep, if you take all the numbers into account with people like on both ends of fast and slow.
Really?
They're called doctors.
How?
It's like all Tommy boys in the world.
Maybe
now.
I need to check my stats, but last time I knew.
I thought
10
4
for a
was
PhD.
Like,
did you finish at 4, Mover?
4 and a semester because of the transfer. I lost some credits.
Yeah. I see. I went to school
this summer.
Let me Google it while you guys.
Yeah,
You're the expert.
I did.
Well, then
like,
accept what I said. No questions asked.
I went year round, dude. So like I took classes all summer. I just never stopped. So that's why I finished early. Not because I'm smart.
I did one summer to catch up, and then it took me one summer after, and I graduated in August. Right before Katrina. That's how old I am. Yeah. K-Doll Tech says, no comment on the drone debris that kept flying. It didn't keep flying.
It kept flying to the sea.
Yeah, I mean, when you're at whatever, 20,000 feet or whatever, it's going to take a while for it to lose momentum.
Yeah.
Like it's going to keep a trajectory into the water. It's not just going to like freeze. Yeah. And we don't know what the winds aloft were too. That could also affect your motion.
Wow.
Kids these days are just, well, I mean, come on, man. It's a 4-year degree. It should take 4 years. Don't do it.
I found one link that confirms my opinion. I am therefore well informed.
I like your style, Doug.
BJJ Man says, which sim is more realistic as far as landings go for the Viper, DCS or Falcon BMS? I found Falcon BMS was better with aero braking because it seemed like DCS, the nose was kind of heavy. But, I mean, they're both pretty good. But BJJ Man says cutoff is 30 apparently. Well, no. The rule is 33 that you start pilot training. 30 might be their policy, but the actual rule, so you can go just about anywhere else. So either way, go get your degree.
Yeah.
Fast. Okay, Gonky. This one's yours.
Oh, it's just a video, man. Right? Doug, you got it?
No, he's still looking for how long it
still
takes
looking
for a
for
4-year degree.
I've got it. I just got to find it. Here we go. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. I mean, I can't read. There. So, yes. So that warhead fused. And bam, dude, look at that. I mean, I don't know. What more to say other than that is a successful intercept.
Well, the social media spheres thought it was a
meteor. Yeah, no, dude.
But yeah, meteorite. But I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I mean, it could be used to probably try, although you'd have so much energy on that meteor coming from space that I'm not sure it would do much to it.
Yeah.
But it's interesting that they're doing anti-ballistic missile tests within, I mean, that's a
building.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I mean, that's
around security cameras and stuff.
Yeah, it's like over a neighborhood. Exactly.
Somebody's ring camera that caught this.
Unless that's like a military installation. I don't know. But even then, that's pretty.
Well, I guess the sea is just right out.
But I mean, yeah.
I mean, they're testing over probably the waters on the other side, all this stuff. But yeah.
Well, maybe our perspective too. Maybe that fireball's a lot larger. I don't know. It's a cool video, but I mean, it's just the clip, and without.
Yeah,
I don't think it's a meteorite, dude. But that's just my
ballistic
opinion.
Missile test is kind of.
Yeah,
it's wild that they're testing both, which I guess it makes sense, right? If you want to test your defenses against. Look how shallow the intercept angle is on the ballistic missile.
Yeah.
Like it didn't go up to meet it. A lot of, like we saw when the Israelis were shooting down missiles, they were meeting them in the atmosphere.
Yeah.
This
is low altitude, man.
Yeah. This is like in-game intercept.
Right. Yeah. I mean, the angles might be a bit distorted, but it's pretty low altitude for ballistic.
It's not, space.
No.
But
it's cool. I mean,
why? So let's say if it is a meteor, why would you test? Like, did they know about it? With that theory, they're like, hey, we got this meteor. Well, let's test our intercept systems because this is obviously going to happen over the sea, right? So it probably wasn't going to hurt anything.
Yeah, dude, I don't even know what the lead time for queuing up a missile, right? Hey, you detect a meteor and then okay, let's test our missile on it.
I just look how slow relative the missile that intercepts. Like if you told me this was a missile hitting a slow moving aircraft, I'd have believed it because how slow that is.
Or like a drone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No. Yeah. I don't believe that's a meteorite, but
no.
But yeah, it's pretty wild that it appears to be buildings and.
Yeah. I mean, the sea's probably, like you said, I mean, we're probably coastal right by the water. So
yeah, it's
just perspective.
Well, anyway. their stuff works, apparently, allegedly.
Must be nice.
Perfect.
Davey says, hey guys, had my first T-45 flight last week. Can either of you talk about your first flight in a jet? My first flight in a jet was in an L-39.
Before you were in pilot training?
I knew had an instructor that was a real estate attorney, and he owned an L-39, took me flying.
Really?
Yeah. It's fun.
What was your first flight like mover in the mighty T-38?
I don't remember anything specific because it was like a contact ride. It's just, hey, why aren't you started? It's like, like it's a stressful pilot training thing. So there's no real time to like savor it or anything. I was just like trying to make a good impression because it's halo or horns. You have to start out on a good note or else they think you're a dumbass and they start, once they get that idea, then they ride you versus if you start out strong, they probably leave you alone a little bit.
What about then? Do you remember your first flight in the F-16?
I remember lighting the afterburner and the IPs like you got to say yeehaw.
And you did it because you didn't want to get it down.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But no, I just remember the afterburner, man. That's like it. You're just like, holy crap, this thing gets it. Yeah, but I don't know. Well, you flew T-45. You remember?
I don't remember my first flight in the T-45 to be honest. Kind of like you're saying, man. I was pretty stressed. I just wanted to be on the flight schedule the next day. That was my mentality. But I do remember my first flight in the F-18. IP was Corky, and I remember him. So funny you said you remember one little thing. For me, it was, do you got taxi faster? Because, dude, like the Hornet was huge compared to the T-45. It's like I'm taxiing this thing. It's got like high gain, nose wheel steering, and the wheels behind me, and I'm just like taking my time. He's like, dude, you got to taxi faster. So that's the standout of what I remember my first flight in the Hornet. After that, I was like 2 miles behind the airplane, basically the whole first flight. So, but it was like you said, man, it was a demo do contact ride. You just flew out. This is the area. Let me show you what the plane can do a little bit. Really hard to fail, but you didn't want to, press the test. So, but Davey, that's awesome, man. Congrats, dude. Enjoy it. Study hard.
I remember my T6 ride, and I had spent so much time in the sim beforehand. Like I knew everything, dude. I could have blindfolded, did the check, like started it up, but I was so nervous with an instructor behind me that I was like reading the checklist, like I had it held up as I'm going to like different switches, to try to be. And he's like, dude, you made me think of that. Cause he's like, hey, maybe we go a little bit faster than this, And I just remember like, oh God, I'm already failing. He was an S3 guy. He was cool. He was the DO, which I was like super nervous, but he was an S3 guy and he was just cool as all get out. Do you remember your gift? Do you advance what you gave Like, did you do anything with it, or did
We
you just hand him $1 and said,
We
thanks?
decorated dollars and gave it to our IP. So we decorated them with like the airplanes that we wanted to fly. So, and I can't remember the details, but then they would take them and they had them pinned up in their semi cubicles where they would harass us with debriefs.
Yeah, I created a fake eBay listing for mine. That was what I used. It was pretty
Perfect.
cool.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Good times. Like I said, Davey.
Yeah.
Enjoy
Pilot
it,
training.
Enjoy it, man.
Enjoy the ride. It'll be over before you know it, and then you get
Will.
rejected all the time. Never
Study
leave
hard.
the jet. Never leave the airplane. Make them take you out, kicking and screaming.
We did.
Yeah. All right. What else we got? Tom says the make them tell you no philosophy can get very expensive if you are a Part 61 PPL student.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's the big difference, man, between civilian and military. I mean, civilian, you pay for it. Military, you got to earn it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not for everybody, but
yeah,
you got to pay to play. It's just like racing, right, Doug?
That is correct. Even on video games.
Justin says, caught another one. Got to support the homies. My first flight in T-45, I was under the instrument bag. It won't allow you to see outside in the back, obviously, and about 75 miles behind the jet. Dude, they put you in the back for your first flight? That's a thing, Gonky?
So, Justin, you bring up a good point because I do remember my first, we called it BIs back then, basic instrument. But I want to say the first flight was a freebie, like front seat, no bag. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's why I don't remember that, is because it didn't happen. But I do remember being put in the back because, yeah, Mover, they actually had a bag. You would zip this thing up. So there's no cheating, dude. So you were in a cockpit with impossible to see out. And I remember the IP saying, all right, you got the takeoff. I'm like, I can't see. He's like, I'll just go straight, hold your heading. And if you feel me on the rudder pedals, just don't worry about it, dude. So I did a completely like dark.
What?
Yeah, dude. No, you can't cheat. It's not like, you're wearing your foggles and you just like, you look
on your
them.
first ride.
Justin, I don't know if BI1 is the first flight or if there's one before it where they just give you a freebie. I cannot remember, but I do remember the first like instrument flight I did, which, like I said, Mover, they throw you in the back, you put you on the ground, dude, you put the hood up. There's no cheating, dude. It's dark back there. The one thing you could do, you could take your gloves off and nobody would know. So you could turn all the pages, but yeah. I was also 75 miles behind the jet the whole time. I don't ever actually think I caught up the whole program.
Wow.
Yeah. It's crazy.
I found it.
Found what? Your first flight?
I found my $1 ride.
Really?
Gift. Yeah.
Is it still on eBay?
Hold on. I'm trying to see if this
if it'll share.
Yeah.
So you made a gift for your.
There it is.
Oh, cool. Yeah, dude. So we did something similar.
How you like that? Thanks for letting me be your first $1 ride, so to speak. I even threw in the so to speak.
Hey, who was the S3 guy? Do you remember?
Fire or something? It says it on here,
something.
but I can't read it.
You're getting old.
Yeah, well, he was a cool dude.
Nice. Perfect.
Yeah. All right. What else we got? Renee says, what kind of pup? German Shepherd? Yeah. Or Belgian. Or whatever Luna approves. Yeah. He says, backseat, IFR hood, first flight in the syllabus. Why? That's terrible. They just trying to weed people out.
Okay. So then that's why I couldn't remember my first flight in T-45 from the
trauma.
Because it didn't have, dude, I'm telling you what, it is I mentioned it on the show last week, like with that bag on, it's an instrument ride. And I think the first place we went to is Corpus to do approaches, and dude, the DME is just click. Now this is a T45A model, right? So literally the DME was clicking. And I had the 100-knot brain, from my 750 hours of civilian flying. And it was, dude, I had my hands full, dude. I mean,
all right. Well, moving on, Operation Eastern Century, which I guess we can combine with the other thing. So NATO has launched Operation Eastern Century after drone incursions. And I think most recently, Romania just had another drone incursion where they had F-16s chase down some drones. But here, there was an unprecedented violation of Polish airspace by Russian drones. And now they are doing this operation. They called it reckless and unacceptable behavior by Moscow. And now it's time to increase their readiness. They also, I think they brought the Gripen out there, right? Polish F-16s and Dutch F-35s were scrambled and shot down on September 10th. Some Russian drones. 3 drones were shot down by NATO aircraft, while at least 8 others crashed inside Poland. Thankfully, no casualties. They call this a repeated violations. Then the Romanian Air Force, there it is. Romanian Air Force intercepted, scroll up, Doug. A Russian drone violating the airspace, but they just tracked it until it disappeared and didn't shoot it down. And then if you scroll down, they invoked Article 4, which basically means we're going to meet about it. It's not necessarily anything, but the Rafale has been deployed, and I want to say the Gripen as well. Sweden sent, I think, 3 Gripens. But obviously, this is a bit of an escalation and brings us closer to NATO, but is also multi-domain, because now you're going to see a lot of joint operations to keep this from happening. I don't know, Gonky, what do you think?
Yeah, I guess I just don't know why. I mean, I guess everybody has an opinion, but why are the drones going into Poland, right? It's definitely an escalation, man. I mean, heck, one of the drones, I was trying to read up, the articles that are out there about this, and dude, one of them took the roof off a house. I mean, so very lucky that nobody, at least to my knowledge, nobody was seriously injured or worse, killed with this. But I mean, you got fighters out there doing fighter things, knocking down and tracking drones. And the big question in my mind is, what are the drones doing? Were there targets in Poland? I don't know. You tell me.
I think that was just, they were trying to get via Poland.
Yeah. I mean,
there wasn't
they're trying to get to the Ukraine via Poland.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems weird to me.
I think that obviously this changes the posture a lot, because now you're talking joint exercise. It also is a good, has the F-35, I guess the F-35 was used by the Israelis, to shoot down drones. So there's a lot of source data on, how 5th gen integrates with 4th gen and integrates with all that stuff in the drone environment. But, I can't imagine Russia would be stupid enough to attack Poland,
Right.
But on the flip side, if you read the comments from, and I always hate to bring up the comments, but you kind of get a feel for what people are thinking. If you read the comments from our video about the slabs mishap, there's a lot of Russian angry people that hate Poland.
Okay.
So, I mean, maybe it is an escalation. Maybe this was intentional. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. I maybe it's a test, dude. Maybe it's well, let's just see what the response is, right? Maybe, to collect some data. But I would think Russia probably has its hands full already with what they're doing in the Ukraine. And I don't know, man. I find it hard to believe that they would want to add fuel to the fire, but maybe I'm wrong. I've listened. I listened to. I forgot who did the interview with Putin and about why he invaded the Ukraine, and there's just a lot of history and culture aspect of it that I'm just not that smart on, man. So maybe there's some of that going on as well.
Well, I mean, are they attacking Poland to, because Poland is obviously supplying stuff to Ukraine. So is it, an attempt at that? But God, I mean, directly attacking a NATO country,
right,
is it's a provocation that.
Yeah, it's bad.
Testing the resolve. I mean, are you testing the resolve of NATO? Like, are you saying, is it like a prodding?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Which I don't, I mean, everybody's got their own opinion about Russia and Putin, but I don't think he's that. I just don't think that's what they want.
Unless they're not in control, unless it's various factions within the.
I'm open to all conspiracy theories at this point.
Yeah. We do agree, though, that it is a conflict that should be resolved.
Yes, 100%.
Too many lives have been lost.
Yeah.
Let's see. To the people at home, Plexi, Mover needs a boxer. Mover does not need a boxer. Does not need a boxer. Let's see. Rob says, Mover, are you advocating that we should sit in a fighter jet? Bring all the printed out, wrinkled up papers and everything. Make them shout through the glass of the canopy and make them shatter it to pull me out. I don't think so. No. What do you think, Gonky? Have you ever seen a sovereign citizen video?
No.
No. Yeah, they say, Article 4, free inhabitant. I'm not traveling. I'm not driving. I'm traveling. I don't know. I haven't engaged in commerce. They say a lot of things and end up with their windows broken.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
No. Tiger O says, Mover, Gonky, and Doug, could you please do me the honor of reacting to F-111 low pass, Evans head range, mute between 58 and 108? Would the pilot get in trouble in the U.S. due to the damage?
I don't know. Maybe Doug, can you find? I mean,
we'll put Doug on that.
I've got it.
You've got it?
Send it.
Send it. Yeah.
Right.
Mute between.
I'm gonna mute the whole thing.
Okay.
It's a 3-minute video. This part
We're
really.
gonna watch the whole
Is this
thing.
Is this the Aussie F-111s?
What country? Where's Evans head range?
I don't know. That's what I'm
I don't know the
asking.
answer to that.
If it's a range, it's
he
probably
said,
fine.
Because he said, would U.S. pilots get in trouble, right?
Here it comes, though.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, dude.
it looks like fun.
That does look like fun.
I don't want to mute that.
Oh,
That's okay.
Perfect.
It's already muted, so it's fine. That's a range, so no.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a bombing range.
It does make a lot of noise, though, so I think it's worth hearing.
Just shoot.
Steve Irwin.
It's Australia. Dude, was that glass shatter?
That was glass shattering.
I thought that was important.
A+, dude.
Well,
You probably get in trouble for breaking some glass.
it's the glass's fault for being in the way.
I mean, dude, the F-111 was like one of the fastest airplanes ever down low. And it was, I mean, capable of breaking the sound barrier down low. So you can break some glass. If the government ends up paying for it, dude, you're probably going to hear about it. But
It's the government paying for their own range. You're fine.
yeah, I don't think in the U.S. you get in trouble for that.
I think you get chewed out. You broke
Depends.
glass. And it's on video. In the U.S. Air Force? Oh, dude, you might as well turn your wings in.
Yeah. So a lot of times in the Navy, like when you were done with the exercise, you'd have like ground facts. And, when we were done, they're like, hey, can we get a flyby? And you're like, okay. And, they were looking for something low and fast.
Not supersonic, though.
No, not supersonic, but I mean low and fast,
Yeah.
So
Well, the supersonic part probably.
yeah.
Also, and minimum clearances and all that stuff, he'd probably get in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Later in the video, you can see it did some real damage. It blew the soffits off of a building and blew out ceiling tiles and crown moldings. It really did a job.
Look at that. Didn't even have to use any weapons, just the speed.
All right. Moving on. Aviation mental health bill passes in the House. This is something we've talked about. Should be actually helping, because legislation would make it easier for pilots and air traffic controllers to seek treatment. We've talked about this on the channel a lot, that it seems to be a challenge. People kind of hide their problems because they get penalized. You lose your medical, and then you never end up getting it back because there's so many different diagnoses or conditions that people think are just showstoppers. But FAA is revising its regulations to encourage aviation workers to voluntarily disclose mental health diagnosis or condition. It allocates $13.7 million per year through 2029 to recruit and train more aviation medical examiners, including psychiatrists. Include an annual review process to study and approve new mental health treatments and medications for pilots and ATC, to implement recommendations made by the Mental Health and Aviation Medical Clearances Rulemaking Committee last year. ALPA said it's a crucial step forward improving aviation safety, maintaining a healthy work environment for pilots. By implementing the mental health aviation rulemaking recommendations, improving special issuance process, it acknowledges that it's a problem. And even the NBAA, National Business Aviation Association, so the corporate side, also endorsed it, as well as AOPA. So, yeah. Gonky, your thoughts?
Yeah, it's good to see, man. I mean, like you said, we've talked about it before, and mental health is, it's very important, right? I mean, the FAA seems to care a lot about your physical health. It's nice to see that they're putting the emphasis on your mental health, and things that kind of like anything, man. If something, if there's an issue, if you can catch it early and get treatment, be just fine. So it's a step in the right direction. $13.7 million a year. It's a starting point, but it's the trend is good, man. So I think in the future you'll probably see the program expand and get better. But as a pilot, it's always that getting over the trust, right? So who's the first to press the test? So we'll see how it pans out, but it's a good thing.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about whether this lasts. And the reason I say that is because, the Air India stuff, that we've talked about, and the recent events in the news with pilots getting suspended, that could lead to, I'm not going to say a complete reversal, but some setbacks in how we do mental health.
Well, dude, unfortunately, if there are some mental health issues that are going to disqualify you. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But dude, if you have something traumatic happen to you, like, mental health can be a temporary thing if treated right. But it's not going to, I don't see it as a path forward for all mental health conditions will be approved. Like, we'll just do treatment for everything. I don't see it ever being that, because, dude, there's some people out there who don't have the mental health to fly hundreds of people around in airplanes. That's just the honest truth.
Yeah, I just, the problem is stuff like this gets politicized, and I just hope they don't walk it back just based on whatever the flavor of the news cycle is, and they take an honest look at helping pilots stay healthy, because mind, body, and spirit, they're equally important. So,
yeah, no, I agree, man. I don't know. If they have some success with it early, I think that will bode well for the program. And I kind of think it's still ingrained in my brain, like, stay out of the doctor's office. Like, I'm sorry. I guess that's just how I was brought up. Like, that's going to be a tough one.
We can tell.
That's going to be a tough one for older pilots like myself to get over, because I mean, dude, there's no other way to say it other than there's a trust issue there. Like, that's just how we were brought up. So,
okay. All right. Gonky, check this out. Airwolf.
It's a cool video, dude. This is how you do it.
Here's the question I have is, what? Are they trying to like knock him over? Like, what? Or are they throwing something at him from the side? What was?
Looked like you flipped him a bird there at the end. Dude, all I can think of... Sorry, go ahead.
Well, Airwolf had that little window where you'd pull out his 9mm, start popping off rounds if he needed to.
Yeah, I mean, I would think with a pistol, I might be able to put a couple rounds in the engines, stop him,
That guy looks more excited than anything. It does not look like he's intercepting. The guy the dude on the boat looks extremely happy about what's going on.
All I can think about is the poor airframers that like are gonna have to do like a massive corrosion inspection on this helicopter, dude. It's like, dude, I assume this is saltwater. It's like, how did seaweed get in the turbine? It's like, what the hell?
Daily routine of custom surveillance. That's a little bit more than surveillance.
Dude, pursuit of a drug boat. Look at that.
Well, if it's a drug boat, I mean, are you not worried about them shooting at you?
Maybe they got no weapons. I don't know.
I'll be honest. This is too badass to really care. I mean, the dude's fist pumping in the air.
Is he fist pumping or is he doing international relations?
I don't know, but whatever it is, it doesn't seem to be working.
No, dude. No. And I don't know, but I mean, the boat that's chasing him too. I mean, like our vantage point, we're sitting in the other police boat, or the customs boat, right?
Yeah, which kind of makes this helicopter useless if you got a boat that's keeping up with.
Right. So, like, maybe they're.
Hey, Casmo, thanks for all the work, but we got a boat right here that's doing everything you're doing and less dangerous to all of us.
Yeah, if you would move so your spinning machetes don't take off our antennas, we could actually get in there and stop this guy.
What do you think the other pilot's doing? Is that a 2-pilot operation? Is he like, God, dude, Jorge, I told you.
Probably holding the camera, man. Get out my GoPro. Get out my phone.
I was born in the wrong country. Look at this. I could be out flying this thing at 4 feet off the water.
That is, yeah. I mean, I don't care if it's staged, whatever. Dude, he's low.
I think it's training. And the guy in the helicopter said, I bet you a case of beer I can get it close enough for you to touch it.
Perfect. Yeah. I don't know.
Well,
awesome.
What if it gets one of those fish that jump up? You know what I mean?
But that's what I'm saying, man. Like, for sure, there's that helicopter is like soaking wet.
I mean, if you're doing this from a law enforcement perspective, this is about the least tactical thing you could do.
Right.
Because you've just exposed yourself to, I mean, you're not even worried about small arms fire. He could just punch the helicopter.
Dude, he can throw a beer can in the intake.
He's within arm's reach now of.
Yeah. You want some crack here.
Yeah.
right in the
drugs.
Dude. Yeah. But regardless, it's still super cool.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this is Airwolf.
Yeah. What kind of helicopter is that?
So the EC, it's the Dolphin. It's
like the one the Coast Guard uses here in the States?
EC-65. It's a Dolphin instead of the Dolphin. Dolphin. Dolphin, DAUPHIN, versus the Dolphin helicopter. So it's an SA 365, I think.
That's cool. That's cool, man.
So it looks like. I may be wrong. They all look the same. I'm sure the chat will tell us. Or
you put the gear down here, you get a touch and go out.
Yeah, still awesome.
It is awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
The internet reports it is a Dolphin 2.
Whoever knows helicopters.
Yeah, you can Google. That's one of my favorite things to do is Google N numbers or E numbers.
Well, who does he work for? Who does number 2 work for?
It says registered, used by Servicio de Vigilancia Aduanera Aduanas, also known as Spanish Customs.
There you go.
Our customs are pretty badass too. Maybe not like that, but CBP ammo. Those guys are awesome.
Yeah.
Dallas says, as long as the drone ranger isn't standing at the gate wanting to shut your program down, you're good to go. I don't know what that's referring to.
He's not wrong, though.
He's not wrong. That's a good policy all around.
Yeah.
T. Kelly says nothing. Doug, if you could find a comment from T. Kelly.
Somebody gets one free clown comment.
From T. Kelly.
Okay.
Tiger O says, thank you for your reaction. I appreciate it. P.S. The windows on the main building were also broken and the roof was destroyed from that pass. Yeah,
wow.
Pointed that out. Spartan BO45. Reminder, Mace will be at the Nellis BX starting at 1100. Dude, we go to the commissary at Keesler. We should just hold a 1 hour meeting.
Bring some in between our turkey sandwiches.
I mean, we sit out there on the
we're still eating
tables out there. We could just be like, hey, give us 10 minutes to finish the sandwich, then we'll sign your books.
Trouble is the line would be non-existent.
Yeah, nobody would come to see us.
No.
I think it's funny though that Mesa is doing a signing at the Nellis BX, the home of the fighter pilot.
Yeah. There'll be people. I mean, dude, she's done a lot of hard work with all the
she's awesome.
She's been on. Yeah,
she's awesome. Hope it works out. Nate says, armchair DCS guy here, is a overfield brake before landing fighter standard? Is it a Navy thing? No, that's standard across the board. Now they do different kinds, but the overhead pattern, which the Navy does the standard overhead too, if you need to.
At night. Yeah, or if the carrier is closed, like carrier brake not available.
We don't do night overheads.
Yeah, we did it. We did in the Navy. But
I remember the first time somebody took me up initial. I'm like, what in the hell why am I with you?
Yeah, but we don't bring the heat or nothing because nobody can see it. So we just come in at 350 knots or whatever.
Yeah, I think we might have practiced it in pilot training, but like when you get to the operational world, it's all
straight ends.
Straight ends, yeah.
Really?
At night. Yep. Super flying by that helo pilot. We found the comment, T. Kelly says.
Nice.
All right, Gonky. I think that's a show.
We made it.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Our mental health minute we already covered, so I don't want to. There's no reason like stay off social media. Like that was the Charlie Kirk thing because we kind of already said our piece there, and I hate to belabor the point.
Rehash it, yeah.
So.
No. Maybe next week we'll have a guest. Maybe not. I mean,
I think you guys should just assume it's not going to be one, and then you're happy.
And then you're happy.
Like it's not a failure.
Yeah. Well, like I said, it's we try to get people on and they have to work, they have family stuff going on. I mean, it's for me,
airline pilots that are greedy and just want to work and don't want to come on the show for free. I get it.
Dude, it's a heavy lift to make every Monday. At least for me. So yeah, I understand when people we have can't make it. So it's okay.
Yeah. How many hate comments do you think we're gonna get?
Tons, dude. Tons.
I'm not reading.
I don't read the comments, man.
How?
I just don't, dude, I'm so busy. Like I get done with the video and I put it up, I do the best job that I can. And then I go like, I gotta go clean up some.
That's true. You do run a salvage yard.
I gotta clean up some kid puke, poop. The car's broken. The house is broken. They're like, I don't have time, dude. Sorry. I just don't make the time to check it because I have other stuff that's higher on my priority list.
I don't get it.
And besides, I know if it's juicy enough, you will text it to me. Perfect. Yeah, Luna, I'm tired too.
She was one of the last segments. She was tapping on. I don't know if you saw. She was tapping on my chair. She was pawing at the thing. I'm like, this is right in the middle of the mental health, aviation mental health. She's ready for bed. She's had enough of whatever it is I'm doing.
Perfect.
And anyway, all right. Douglas, you got any parting thoughts? What's your take on life in general?
I don't have a lot. I think anybody who's going to have a public facing position should also check their organization's media rules.
Oh, yeah.
Say anything. What do you like to say? Dumb, dangerous, or different?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or just keep taking pictures of your food and putting it on. Just that's a safe bet.
There are things that social media is good for, and that's definitely one.
Show me your breakfast.
Luna's got a Facebook page.
See? Take pictures of your puppy.
She doesn't say anything controversial though.
No. Dude,
except more treats and I don't know. Like people just want you to have their opinion. That's it. They just want you to be you're not going to. I think the biggest reality people need to understand is no one cares what you think.
I know, dude.
They just don't care. They just you can jump up and down and I hope nobody cares, but they do care when they want to get you and they'll use it against you. But you're never going to change anybody's mind. Like nobody ever reads Facebook. They're like, huh, I didn't hate that guy, but now I do. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Yeah. Good point. I'm glad. Nobody says that.
Dude, I use Facebook for Marketplace. That's it.
And do you go haggle with people in the parking lot?
Well, dude, when you're shopping for used refrigerators and stoves and stuff for your trailer park, sometimes you do.
Speaking of stuff for sale, since we're using this channel to advertise stuff now, if anybody wants to buy, you're a dog, you can't buy this. AMD Ryzen 7950 X3D. Please send me a message. I'm selling this. I need to get it off my desk. What do you like? Really? She's offended that I'm selling stuff, I guess. I don't know what that was about.
I think you spoofed her. She thought the show was over. You said the
same. She's like, yeah. Anyway.
All right.
Yeah. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Oh, wait, Peter.
What? Oh.
Won't let me say cheers and douche.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Wow.
Well, see you guys next week,
folks.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.